Hey, everybody. It's Jamie here, and this is From the Heart Live. What's going on, people? How are you all? I hope everybody out there is doing good. Um, I'm getting ready for Halloween season. I am really excited. Um, got to get my Halloween decorations out. I've got my pumpkins, and we're going to start carving them soon. And I'm going to roast pumpkin seeds, which is exciting, and I love doing that. And I'm going to get my little projector thing out and project some Halloween spookies on the side of my house, which will be fun. Um, yeah, so I just decided that I felt like coming on here tonight. Hi, Brian. Hi. I just felt like coming on here tonight and giving you guys some recommendations and, just chatting, talking a little bit. Feeling a little weird tonight, feeling a little down. So I thought maybe if I came on here and chatted with all you people, I would cheer up a little bit. So let's just get started right now on the horror recommendations I have for you for the Halloween season. Now, the ones I'm going to give you, I'm not doing any specifics for like specifically Halloween night. These are just all kind of random that I just threw together. I didn't put a whole lot of thought into it. So, it's just going to be like random. You can watch them any time of the season. Doesn't have to be on Halloween night. This is the Amityville Horror remake. I love this movie. I think Ryan Reynolds is awesome. He's so scary. And he started out in comedy. So for him to be, so serious in this was disturbing. It was very disturbing for me to see him be mean with the kids. The part with the log where he's got can't remember the kid's name, but he's got him out there holding the log and he's chopping it with the axe. My heart skipped a beat every single time because I'm terrified of that kind of thing. I'm terrified. So I can't even imagine having to film that. I heard him say in an interview that it was really awful for him to have to be mean to the kids, and he didn't really like it, but it was part of his character. So that's just the way it is. But yeah, I highly recommend this one. It's got really good, well, you all already know the story. It's a really good story. And even though it isn't true, it's still a fun time. And as far as remakes go, this is one of the better ones. I wouldn't say it's my favorite one, but it's one of the better ones, I think. So there's that one. Amityville Horror remake with Ryan Reynolds. It's awesome. The next one I'm going to suggest is The Return of the Living Dead. This is a classic. I love this freaking movie. I mean, look at this cover. I love this cover. I freaking love this movie. I just showed this to my husband, like, I don't know, maybe a couple months back. We watched it for fun one night, and I don't think he'd really seen it before because he was like, what? So yeah, he really enjoyed this. I loved showing it to him because I love to see people's reactions when I show them something for the first time. Like, I wish that I could have shown you guys my husband's reaction to oh shoot, what's the name of that movie? Society. It was so funny because at the end he just goes, yes, he pulled him out his asshole. And I was like, that is the greatest freaking reaction I've ever seen in my life. That was fantastic. I really wished I could have filmed it because it was awesome. Hi, Dan. What am I drinking? I'm drinking my usual Mountain Dew. It's the huge. I do have a Gatorade over here because I'm still a little dehydrated. Ever since I had the flu, I haven't really been able to get my fluids back up, it feels like. So I'm dealing with a lot of like really weird stuff from that too. Like my skin's extra dry and I get little cracks in the corners of my mouth, which I hate those. And I feel all embarrassed like people can see them. So, hey, I got my hair cut, you guys. Look, 5 inches they cut off this. Can you believe 5 inches came off of me? And this still this long? I mean, I was floored when she said it was 5 inches. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, so I got my hair cut. I mean, it doesn't look any different. She did curl it before I left, but unfortunately, my hair just doesn't hold a curl very well unless you really do it like really well. And she was kind of in a hurry, so she kind of rushed me through there. Anyway, getting back to this. Return of the Living Dead. This movie is incredibly good. I love how it kind of says, hey, remember that old movie, Night of the Living Dead? Well, guess what? It was true. And we have the bodies here. And they go and they think they're going to, go be able to go in there and look and get away with it. And karma gets them. And, it's really funny. It's got a lot of good music in it. Tarman is awesome. I got to get a Tarman t-shirt. I really want to get one. I've been looking for one and I just never pick one up because I always end up finding something else. So I'm going to pick one of these up one day, one of those t-shirts. But yeah, this one is a classic. And I can't even, I shouldn't even have to recommendation this one. I can't talk today. I shouldn't have to recommend this one. I'm going to slow my roll a little bit. So maybe I won't mess up my speech so much. Oh, I'm going to save this one for last. This one might be a surprise to people. Vacancy with Luke Wilson and Kate Beckinsale. This movie is incredible. It is a ride from beginning to end. It's genuinely scary. I will never stay in one of those little roadside motels ever in my life. I don't care. I will walk through the woods and be scared of the mountain people before I ever stay in one of those little tiny motels. That is a terrifying thought. And what if that's really happening out there? What if I'm sure actually it probably is. And that really terrifies me. So, for me, I if I'm not staying at a place that, is like a chain and, well-known and maybe 3 or 4 or 5 stars, I'm not staying there. Cause I gotta tell you, back when, my husband and I were young, we stayed in some pretty sketchy places just so that we could spend the evening together, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm shocked that we didn't become a statistic staying in some of the sketchy places that we stayed in back then. It's so funny to think back to that now. We're talking 1994, 1995. Oh my God, that's so funny. But Vacancy, it is a good movie. This has some of the best performances I've ever seen. What is the name of the bad guy? I know this has Ethan Embry in it, and he doesn't have any lines. I don't think he might, but I'm not sure. He have 2 or 3 lines, but it's about the lines. It's about how freaking scary he is. I can't remember the name of the guy that sits at the desk, but he's so frightening and so terrifying, and like he's got this whole Anthony Perkins and Psycho feel, and I really, really like that. And you cannot go wrong with this one for Halloween. Even on Halloween night, this one is a good fit, I think, because it's got that really wet, fall kind of feel to it. And I really like that about it. The next one I'm going to recommend is one that Steak watched for the first time the other night and really liked it. And that is the Fright Night remake with Colin Farrell and Anton Yelchin and Imogen Poots, which I love saying. My 12-year-old comes out on me when I say Imogen Poots, and I'm sorry, Imogen, if you're ever watching. I doubt you ever will, but if you ever do, I'm sorry. Yes, Fright Night is so good. This is probably one of the best remakes they've ever done. I honestly, I like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake a lot, and that might actually be my favorite remake of all. But this one is second, and there could be a day where I'd say this one might be my first, because I love, yes, it's a lot of CGI, but it's not bad CGI. It's good CGI, and they stuck with the original monster face, with the original big wide mouths. It's got a cameo from, why is everybody's name slipping my mind tonight? The original vampire, Chris Sarandon. Thank you. Oh, I'm telling myself thank you. That's great. I'm winning tonight, I'll tell you. But it's so exciting and so good. And the guy, the Doctor Who guy that plays Vincent, Peter Vincent, that's it. He's so funny and amusing, and I like his girlfriend and her attitude, and I like the fact that it's in Vegas, because Vegas is really, I mean, what better place for a vampire, right? I mean, totally. It's so good. The end is so good. Now, I haven't seen the original in a long time. I'm talking well over a decade, and that's a shame, because I really need to refresh my memory on the original. I remember bits and pieces of it, of course, but I can't remember the end of it at all. I just remember her being a vampire, and that's all I really remember. And I saw that in the theater, so I should remember it better. I might have been making out with someone. Because when the original came out, it was 86, so I was probably about making out in the theater age about then. So but yeah, this has excellent music. I love the theme song at the end is 99 Problems But a Bitch Ain't One, but not the Jay-Z version. It's the country version, and it's so good, and I really, really like it. And I don't know. I say this is a good one if you're wanting something really exciting. Oh, Toni Collette's in this. Who else? I just thought Dave Franco is in this. My brain just went blank. But it definitely is a good one for Halloween night. But it doesn't have to be. You can watch this one at any time. But for Halloween night, I might choose this one on Halloween. This one is definitely a Halloween day, Halloween night recommendation. This one is so good, and I wish that they would come out with more things like this. This is probably one of my favoriteest of the newest, the most recent movies that have come out, and I found it by accident, and I was blown away. I had no idea that this went through the theater. If I'd have known, I would have seen it at the theater. And that movie is Hellfest. I love this movie. I mean, this guy could be a repeated, like this is the next, like, Jason, but not Jason, but like Michael Myers or serial killer-ish slasher guy. Because he can hide under any mask. He can go to any one of those Fright Fest things. I mean, this is genius. We need more of this. Please, out there, make more Hellfest or something similar like it, that has a similar idea, because we need some new boogeymen out there. The old boogeyman isn't doing it for us anymore, obviously, right? I mean, we didn't even want to hear Michael Myers be called the boogeyman. I didn't want to hear him be called the boogeyman over and over and over again. So we need a new boogeyman. And this is a good one. So, guys, if you've never seen Hellfest, you need to get on this one right now, because this is so good. And I promise you will thank me later. This is such a good movie. I think I might watch this tonight. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to watch this tonight, because, to be honest, I'm into games too, and a game came out yesterday in the anthology. There's this anthology of games they're making, and this one, I can't recall the name of it, but I bought them all, and every time one's come out, and this is the newest one. And what I do know about it is that it's set in the Middle East, and it has to do with Pazuzu. So I am down to play this game, and I actually think I might buy that tonight and download it onto my PlayStation tonight, and I might end up being up all night playing this game. I might live stream it if I'm feeling, brave. I have a thing about not wanting to live stream my gaming with me talking,
because I say a lot of really crazy, kooky stuff when I'm playing games, and I really would be embarrassed if anybody heard me saying some of the things I say. So, yeah, so let's see who's in here. Oh gosh, a lot of people. Thanks, Dan. Thanks. It felt so good to get it cut. I mean, I have been waiting since August 2019 to cut my hair. So that was like going in there, I had a nervous stomach and stuff because I was like, I'm going to cut my hair for the first time in 2.5 years almost. I think it's going to take my powers away, like Samson in the Bible. I was really worried about it, but it turned out good. And I actually was happy to be in there because actually somebody I knew was sitting right next to me. So I had a nice conversation with her. She used to be my son's Spanish teacher, and she also went to school with me. So we knew each other for a long, long, long time. So that was kind of nice to see her. Thanks. Aw, thanks. Cherry pie. It's been a while since I had cherry. You know what? I honestly don't even really like cherry pie. It's kind of ironic that a Twin Peaks fan doesn't like cherry pie or coffee. I love donuts, though. Don't get me wrong. But I would definitely drink cappuccino over coffee any day. I'm not a coffee fan at all. Hey, Jamie, I do now have access to that Shudder network since I added AMC to my cable channel. So I have plenty of horror flicks to pick from this season. That's awesome, Mike. That's great. You got to make sure you're telling me what you watch because I'm interested in what everybody's watching. I want to know what everybody is interested in. So I always want to know what you're watching. If you got a way to tell me, tell me. You got a Tarman shirt? Oh, I'm jealous. I love Tarman. Brains. Oh, I also really like the lady laying on the slab who they ask, why she wants brains and stuff. I really like that part. I like that part a lot. Actually, I don't think there's a piece of that movie that I don't like. I like everything. That pretty much for me is like a perfect 80s movie. It screams 80s to me. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Dan, it is. It's one of my favorites from the 2000s, and I really felt like it got past a lot of people. I don't hear a lot of people talk about Vacancy, and it's one of my favorites because it genuinely scared me. It was genuinely terrifying. I watched it in the middle of the night in my house at that time because I wasn't going out to the movies a whole lot when that came out, but I watched it in the middle of the night in the dark, real close to my TV with a big bowl of popcorn. And yes, it terrified me. It really scared me. I am scared to death of being tricked. Like one of my biggest fears is being tricked. So to think that these people go to this hotel, motel because they're tired and they don't want to walk anymore and their car's not working. And, they have to trust these people, and they're not good people. They're bad people. And it's really bad because, then they tease them with like showing them the videos in the room and stuff. And I hope I'm not spoiling anything for anybody. It's been out for a long, long, long time. So if you haven't seen it, I am sorry. But, it's kind of hard to talk about a movie that's been out for a long time without talking about little pieces of it. It terrified me, the thought that you could be tricked and taunted like that. It's one of my biggest fears. I don't like it. It really gets to my psyche. And that's why that movie's so good to me. Yeah, there are lots of them, and I just stay away from them. I'm not ever staying in one of those. As a matter of fact, as soon as I saw that, it was guaranteed that I would never ever stay in a flea bag motel ever again. Obviously, I stopped doing that in like 1995. So, because my husband and I actually we moved in together by then. So, I've lived in some sketchy places too. I lived in the middle of town, which in my town is it's a little bit rowdy because all the bars are there, and I live in a college town. So, literally my apartment was like where everybody used to come and gather after being at the club all night. So I had people literally crawling up my stairs drunk, because they couldn't go home, they couldn't drive or whatever. I didn't mind. I had the party house, and that's okay. It was fun. I had a good time. My 20s were awesome, guys. I had so much fun in my 20s. I really did. I don't regret my 20s at all. It was a good time. Hey guys, like my scary movies and chill month sign? I thought that was kind of funny. Identity is a good movie, and it's been a long time since I've seen that one too, and I really want to watch that one again. That one though, my memory of that movie is so good because I've seen it so many times that I literally can remember that movie in detail, right down to lines. I was just thinking about that the other day because I was thinking about orange trees and frostproof, and about gardening and mushrooms and stuff, because I have this fascination right now with mushroom hunting, and so it's getting me into like gardening and stuff. So it kind of just all connected, and it reminded me of identity because I was talking about orange trees and frostproof. So I thought that was funny, but that is a good one. And John Cusack is a boss. I love that guy. So funny, and he's such a good actor. One that is not on my recommendation list this year, but I might as well I'll give you a little side one here. 1408 is so good, especially if you have the director's cut. I have the director's cut and the theatrical, but I prefer the director's cut because it is way wilder. It has a way wilder ending. So I would definitely, if you're going to watch 1408, try to get a hold of the director's cut. But it's so good. And he's literally doing like, he's carrying the movie pretty much by himself because it's him in a room. And I've read the story. I've read the Stephen King story before, and it's so good. And he sticks to it so well. And I think John Cusack is a boss. So if you want to check out something else really good this season, 1408 is a good one to watch. Even though that one I feel is more like a winter, kind of movie. You can still watch it at Halloween. It's still fun. Hi, Paul. It's going good. How are you? Robert, I have not seen that. I have not seen it, and I really should. I don't know how that one got by me. I don't know how that got by me. I'm gonna search. I can't talk today. I'm gonna search that one out. Joyride, Candy Cane. Yeah, that's a good one. I really like that one a lot. That was disturbing too. The end part, very disturbing. I don't like the idea of being tied to two trucks, and it's like drawn and quartered. It's horrible. Yeah, Mike, it's so good. I highly recommend it. It is so good. Where am I? I got lost for a second. Oh, here it was. What was Lake Funhouse? Joyride? Funhouse is a good movie. I haven't seen that in a long time, but I've seen it recent enough to remember a lot about it. And yes, I really do like that. Matt, what are you doing? How are you? That's awesome that you're in here listening to me babble on about crap. About getting my hair cut for the first time in 2 years. Probably it doesn't even look any different. I probably should maybe, man, I actually really wish I would have gotten more cut off. If I got my hair short, would you guys get mad at me? How long is your hair, Brian? You wear it in a bun. Please tell me you do not wear one of those man bun things. Please. Creepshow 2. It's been a long time since I saw that too. I can't even remember one detail about it. Creepshow 1 is one of my favorite ones though, and I remember everything about that one. But Creepshow 2, I don't remember a lot about. It's so good. I love that movie. I could watch it over and over and over again and I never get sick of it. It's so entertaining. Send more cops. Send more paramedics. It's hilarious. And how the whole thing happens is hilarious. But at the same time, it's genuinely scary. It was genuinely disturbing for me when Freddy starts turning and he starts, wanting to go after the girl. It terrified me. I was terrified. And it still to this day makes me super uncomfortable when I watch it. I love it. Another one that is a sequel that I don't remember. It's funny how I'll always remember the first ones, but I don't always remember the second ones. I've probably seen it. It's just that sometimes I just watch things and I don't realize even what I'm watching. That used to happen a lot when I was, doing chores and whatnot, because I always had something in the background. Yeah. What you gonna do about it? You gonna do something about that, buddy? I know this person, guys. I know this person extremely well. Super funny. You're funny. Remember what? Oh, I'm getting lost in my chats here. They are, but that's not what I'm looking for. I am seriously looking for, I can't explain this to you guys. I don't know how to explain it. It's like my need to have to be constantly learning something, like I have this need to have something in my life that I'm constantly learning new, something. And I also really like to, I like things that I have to organize. So I guess learning about mushrooms and learning how to identify them and to classify them. And I really do like science, by the way. Learning how to figure out what ones might be poisonous, what ones might not be poisonous, what I might be able to eat, what I might not be able to eat. It gives me it gives me a fulfillment because I'm trying to, I don't know, maybe I'm trying to connect with nature, connect with the earth a little bit more. Also just the fact that I have so much trouble with my disease and my diet, and mushrooms are very key. And so I get bored eating the same kinds of mushrooms, so I maybe I started to obsess about them a little bit because I want to try some different ones. But it's not just that. It's the idea that there are so many different kinds. There's so many different, colors and shapes and types that it's like the coin. I have a coin collection too. It's like the coin thing for me. I want to find every type. I want to find every type and check it off in a book, and I really enjoy learning about, scientific things like this. And I am getting scientific with it. You'll see when I put my movie out that I've been doing spore prints and, trying to identify them properly and everything. So I don't make a mistake because God forbid. Now, not all mushrooms are going to kill you. Most won't actually. They'll just make you really, really sick. And I don't want that to happen to me. So whatever I do, I will have to be absolutely 100% positive before I go trying anything. So don't y'all worry. Hi, Ben. How you doing? Oops. Yeah, it's good. It is good. I like it. I like it a lot better than the original ending. I wish that they would have gone with the alternate ending as the original ending, because it's just more exciting. So I love that movie, and it's been a while since I've seen it. And I don't remember ever watching the remake. I don't remember watching the remake. I might have seen bits and pieces of it, but I think I was like, I'm not watching the remake because I like the original, and the remake's going to ruin for me. I don't know. Maybe I should watch that one and review it. Hi, Jay. How you doing? Glad you're in here. Never a man bun? Oh, good. Don't ever do that, please. Oh, what in the heck is this crap? I think I know who you are. Do I have any, I don't have any mods in here right now, do I? Shove it up your cornhole, asshole. Man, I can't do anything. I can't have any fun. God damn it. Hi. So the mushroom thing, yeah, it's just something fun for me that it's just kept my mind active. That's another thing. I'm having trouble with my memory. And that's what happens with Hashimoto's. It gives you this brain fog, and it makes it hard for me sometimes, because I used to be like the walking memory bank for everybody. Like, you wanted, back in the 90s, you wanted somebody's phone number, you asked me, because I knew it. I knew everybody's phone number. I used to memorize things by rhythm. It's kind of weird, but I still kind of do that. But my memory is going on me, and it's tragic. So what I try to do is I use, things like learning about these mushrooms, so I can I can do focus things. Because if I continue to do things that help me to focus, then it does kind of help me keep my mind active, keep my mind busy, and keep those memory losses from being too much. Like, I'm getting really frustrated lately, and this is really hard for me to admit, but I used to be a perfect speller. Like, I really didn't have to look up words very often to spell, because it's just, for some reason, I just was always really good at it. And I don't remember how to spell words now. Words that are common, words that are simple. I'll just sit here forever and try to think of how to spell something. And it irritates me and gets on my nerves, because I don't feel like I should have to do that. I don't feel like I should have to be going through that, with a simple word. It's very frustrating for me. But I'm trying to learn how to deal with it. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going through that I just don't talk about, because it's not easy. Sorry about the loud clicking sound of my soda. It's just not easy for me to talk about. Because I don't like to talk about the negative things. I don't like to talk about negative stuff and focus on negative things. I'm trying to, I don't know, maybe it's because getting sick and knowing that I'm going to have this disease the rest of my life has made me look at the world differently. I appreciate the world a lot more. I appreciate being kind and being happy, and I appreciate others who have the same attributes. I appreciate when people are kind, and I appreciate when people are focusing on the positive. And I know there's so much negativity out there right now, and I really feel sad about that, because I don't know why it is. I don't really understand it. I guess Twitter's got me down a little, because there's been a lot of really like negative stuff going on Twitter the last couple weeks, and I try to stay out of it. That's why you don't see me on there a lot. I don't really want to participate in negative stuff, and I'm trying to focus on positive stuff. So I guess it's been hard for me lately to communicate with people on Twitter. That's why I just post my pictures and hope that people just like them. I hope that somebody looks at one of my pictures and it makes them feel relaxed or makes them feel kind of happy, because I wish that everyone was happy. I do. I mean, I know everybody can't be happy all the time, but I just really wish that there was more happiness and kindness between people out there. So I don't know. I just wish that things were going better in the world. And I have a mission to try to help that. Not that I can do anything, because I'm nobody. I'm just a nobody. But I mean, I can tell you what I think. And what I think is that, I wish people would be nice and kinder to each other, and maybe not focus on so much negative stuff all the time. It's hard on people. And I can't imagine, like, if I was always focused on negative stuff all the time, I would be in a bad mood all the time. I don't want to be in a bad mood. So, yeah, it's, I liked it a lot. I mean, it's not the top of my list, of course. But I liked it a lot, and I liked it more than some of the older ones. Like, I'm not a big fan of Halloween 4 and 5, and I know a lot of people are, and that's fine. I mean, I grew up watching them too, just randomly on TV like everybody else. But it's just I didn't enjoy those ones as much as I enjoyed 1 and 2 and 3. And 6 I like for its quirkiness. There's some good things in 4. I mean, there's filming style's good, and there's some good kills in 5 if I remember right. But it's not like I don't seek those ones out, and that's why it's okay, like, that for me, that they're changing the storyline and stuff, because I'm not so invested in like the original stuff that I won't give it a chance, which is exactly what I've been trying to do. So but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a blast. I had so much fun. I mean, you can ask my husband. I was sitting there with like this grin on my face like the whole movie, and I was twitching in my chair and talking to the screen, and there wasn't anybody but one other couple in the theater. I mean, we were there on a Friday afternoon, and nobody's there at that time. So I like going at that time, because then there's nobody there to annoy me like, some do. Oh, hi Gary, how you doing? Who's a party pooper? Who's the party pooper? Dan, my goodness. Oh, I know who you mean now. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome, Dan. Don't we know it? Yeah, he's got nerve calling people crybaby too, considering, he cried live on air. So begging to be let back into the group. Just leave me alone, Al. Because I didn't do anything. I was never part of it. So what you're doing to me is stupid, ridiculous, pointless, and really pissing me off. I don't know if that's an idea, because you're only ever seeing my good side. Do you even know what my bad side's like? Do you want to know? I do like horror movies first. Remember? Yeah, my long-term memory is great. I mean, you ask me 1,000 questions about things that happened in the 80s and the 90s. I'm going to remember every little detail. But you ask me about what happened 5 minutes ago, I won't remember everything that was said. I might remember it 10 years from now. It's just wrecking my brain. It's terrible. It's hard for me to go through it. But I do it with a smile on my face, because what else am I going to do, right? What else am I going to do, guys? Am I going to just like get all down? And I mean, I literally secluded myself for about 5 years. And I felt that I had my reasons for doing that, but oh my God, I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. I want to be happy, and it's so hard to be happy these days. No, is that a band? I'll have to check them out. Hi, how you doing? It sure is. The world is a messed up place, but worth living in. It's crazy. I know that's very 7 of me. There's a movie called Southbound that is listed as a recommended watch on Shudder. I may watch that this weekend, and we'll let you know how it is. Yes, please do. Please do. Because I'm always looking for something new to watch, because like I have trouble finding new things to watch. That's another thing. I'm stuck in this retro thing because I can't find anything new to watch that easily. You go through and it's like it's worse than going to Blockbuster, right? Because you got what, 5 stations, that you have, and then you go through each station's list, and by the time you're done going through trying to figure out what you want to watch, then you get too tired and you're like, screw this, I'm gonna go do something else. So a lot of times I don't know what to watch. So I do appreciate anybody recommending anything to me. That I really do. 1985, The Midnight Hour. What is that? Is that a movie? Don't we all? Yes. Oh my God. I just don't know why he just bothers me. It's so stupid. It makes no sense. It doesn't make any freaking sense. And I don't care if you downvote my video, you dumbass. Go ahead. Do it. Do you think it matters? Do you think it maybe doesn't matter? Or do you think maybe it matters and maybe I get points from you doing either one? What's my favorite horror film? Oh boy, this is a tough one. Because there's some days that I'm going to tell you it's The Shining. And a lot of times that would be the number one horror movie that, for me. But that one's not that one's a slow burner, it's not really super exciting, but it's Kubrick. I even question whether you can really call it total horror. But I love that movie so much that I have 4 versions of it. So I've rebought it many times on accident. So I mean, I do love that one. So I have to say, but if we're going to go by slashers, because I think my favorite type of horror movie is probably slashers. They're the funnest. I'm going to have to go Friday the 13th, the original. That's the movie that I first got to watch on my own with, the first horror movie I got to watch by myself. Sure was. And those songs were scary too. And I got sick of hearing them after a while. Oh, that's one of my brothers, guys. Oh, where was I? My favorite horror movie. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with Friday the 13th because that's the one that really drew me into the slasher genre. That's the one that drew me into really becoming a big fan of horror, even though I saw Jaws before that and I saw I Halloween before that. Friday the 13th solidified it. It made it so that no matter what happened, horror was going to be my favorite genre. It I was so intrigued, and it wasn't just about ooh, this people, people getting killed. It had nothing to do with that. It was more like I liked the atmosphere. I liked the fact that they were in the woods. I liked the fact that the killer was the mom, I like the special effects. I almost crapped my pants the first time I saw it, and I saw the axe in the head. I didn't think they were going to show anything. I didn't think they were going to show anything. So that blew me away at that age. I was like, holy moly, that was awful. But that's what drew me in. And so I got to say Friday the 13th is definitely my favorite. I won't hesitate to watch it 4 or 5 times a year. I do watch that disc often. He did cry like a little child. Yep. Oh, really? Oh, make sure you get me a copy of that. I definitely want to, and if you do, interviews for special features, let me know. I'm available. I do like Chucky. I guess I was a little older when that came out. I was 15. I saw it at the theater with my friends, and it was fun. It was a fun movie, but I don't remember ever feeling scared. I wasn't scared of it. It didn't scare me. Chucky doesn't scare me. I find it fun and entertaining and amusing, but as far as scary goes, I really am not scared of him. Now, I think it's the movie Dolls, where they have like metal teeth and they're biting people. I don't know if that's the movie Dolls or not. I remember a doll movie with these dolls that were like, they were walking and they had like metal teeth and they were biting people. And that terrified me. And I'm not scared of doll movies, but that particular one, that scene, whatever that is, terrified me. But I'm not afraid of dolls. Now, dummies, like in Dead Silence, yeah, I'm disturbed by dummies. I don't really like ventriloquist dummies at all. They're terrifying. And Dead Silence, by the way, is a highly underrated movie and a highly underrated performance by Donnie Wahlberg. I love you, Donnie. Oh my God. Sorry. I get really, really hot about New Kids on the Block. Oh man, no fair. I think I've seen that before, but I cannot remember. I've seen bits and pieces of it, I think. And I feel like I've had to have seen it. It's just I cannot remember it. But I do recall the name and I recall who's in it, and I do want to check that out. Hi, Phil. Hey, look, there's Billy back there. Phil made this, guys. Go to Phil's channel and connect with Phil, because he's cool. He makes cool content, and he has a lot of really cool things in his collection that he shows off all the time. It's really cool. And I'm saying cool too much. And he made that, and that is outstanding. I love it. I'm going to put it in a frame. I just have to get one. Schlocky monster movies from the 50s. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I mean, what was the one I like? What's the one with the big bird? It's ridiculous. It has the Claw. Is it called The Claw? That is one ridiculous movie, but I love it for its ridiculousness. I haven't watched anything from the 50s in a while. Well, no, because I did watch Invasion of the Body Snatchers not that long ago. So I guess it hasn't been that long. He does. I can't wait I'm going to put him in a frame and he's going to be on the wall. I can't wait. I'm excited. I did too. I mean, he was one of the most memorable parts of the movie. Not just, I mean, he was the cute guy. So, I mean, he was supposed to be memorable. But, I mean, I even liked him when he was in Animal House and stuff. So, and Footloose rocks. Screw that remake. What? Oh, don't remake my favorite 80s movies. Well, in the theater, first time I remember going to theater was Star Wars. I saw Jaws at the drive-in when I was 3. But the first movie I remember going to the theater to see was Star Wars. And it is special to me. I'm not gonna dress up because I mean I don't get trick-or-treaters. I live in the sticks, right? We don't get trick-or-treaters or anything out here. I put a little decoration outside, my house. I have like a projector that puts like spooky scenes on the side of my house and stuff, but I don't dress up for Halloween anymore because I don't live in the city and we don't get any trick-or-treaters here, which made me sad. But it's been 20 years now and I'm used to it. So I used to go out some Halloweens, but I'm 48 now and I don't really go out a whole lot. So I have that. I just got a compilation with that on it. It's been a while since I saw it. But that movie right there, it was a big inspiration on Silent Hill. I don't know if you knew that, but there's some inspiration on Silent Hill in there. Dolls, yeah, that's the one, right? No, I was amused by those. I'm not afraid of those kind of dummies. I'm talking like the icky ventriloquist dummies that their faces always look scary. They always look scary. I'm not scared of the the crash test dummies because they were funny and they were amusing. Yeah, the giant claw. That's the one. God, that movie's ridiculous. So bad. So bad it's good. I like The Changeling. It's been a long time since I saw that one as well. But George C. Scott, great. I mean, the atmosphere in that movie is outstanding. The filming style is outstanding. It's dark and kind of gritty, and I really like that. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Maybe I'll watch that this season. That's a good one. I'd forgotten all about that one. Don't. It's just, they didn't need to do it. It didn't need to be done. It didn't need a remake. Okay, so other people want to do it because I understand. I wanted to be in Greece in high school. I get it. It's just, holy crap. Let's not remake classics like that. Oh, that really broke me. Some people are terrified of dolls or dummies. I was 5 when Chucky came out, and so he scared me. But I became obsessed with him. So you probably don't like Slappy much. Who's Slappy? Who's Slappy? I don't know who that is. If that tells you anything. Is he the clown in Terrifier? Is he the clown in Terrifier? No. I must be wrong. Who's Slappy? Really? I would not have expected that. Really? I thought you grew up watching Twin Peaks. That's funny. Yes. I do think I've seen it. I don't remember anything about it because I think the last time I saw it, I was pretty young. I don't think I've seen it since I was young. Sam? Sam who? Oh, Sam Neill. Oh my God. I'm slow. Sorry. Demonic Toys. I've never watched that. Well, maybe I did. See, I get confused because sometimes, like I said, I used to have stuff playing in the background, all the time. And I'm going all the way back in my life. I'm not talking about, just when I became a mom and a stay-at-home, wife. I'm talking about, you know, even when I was a teenager and we had HBO and it would be playing in the background while I'd be doing homework or while I'd be, doing chores or whatever. So, I mean, it's possible I might have seen it. It feels familiar. Does that have a tie-in with oh crap, I can't remember the name of that either. My brain just ain't working proper today. Hi. How you doing? I'm glad to have a new subscriber. Welcome. Welcome to the crew. We're just hanging out, having a conversation and talking about movies and whatever else pops up tonight. Complaining about the world or whatever. I'm a fan of Grease 2. I love Grease 2. I just got a copy of that. I have Grease 1, Grease 2, and the musical all on one disc or one set. I don't care about the musical. I don't care about the live on stage one, but I really am looking forward to watching Grease 1 and Grease 2 one of these days. I'll do that during Christmas season probably. Don't ask me questions like that, Scott Matthew. What is wrong with you? There is no amount of money. I am married. I'm not going to hypothetically think about single because I've been with my husband for 27 years. Why would I even consider that? I mean, it's not even fathomable to me. I'm a happy married woman. I don't really think about these things, I don't like thinking about taking money for sex either. What the hell, Scott? Oh, Goosebumps. I was too old for Goosebumps. Yep. Goosebumps came after my day. I'm older than I look. Like I said, I'm 48 and Goosebumps were definitely 90s, right? I was a full grown adult. Omen or The Exorcist? I'm going to go with The Exorcist. I like The Omen. I like it a lot. I even like the remake some. But when it comes to comparing it with The Exorcist, which, it's surprising to me that that's not my favorite movie. And here's why. Because if you ask me a bunch of trivia questions about The Exorcist, I'm going to get every single one of them. Because for some reason, I just have memorized that movie. I've memorized everything about that movie. I've seen it so many times in my life. I've watched it over and over and over and over again. So I think that I almost gotta say, I really should be putting that at the top. I think when I made, I don't know, about maybe, 6, 7 years ago on Facebook, I made a, 31 days of Halloween list. And I listed all my favorite movies, one each day. And I think the top one was The Shining, but I think the second to the top was The Exorcist. And the truth is, I probably like that movie more. Oh, I don't know. It's like they have a tug of war, It depends on my mood. Like sometimes I'm in a mood where I want to watch The Shining, Sometimes I'm in the mood where I want to watch The Exorcist, and sometimes I'm in the mood where I want to watch Friday the 13th. They're all different sort of moods, and I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to pick a favorite for me. It's like trying to get me to pick my favorite song. I mean, I can't pick a favorite song. I might be able to pick a favorite album, but even then I'm going to go, but I also like this one and this one and this one. Because I just don't, it's hard for me to pick a favorite. That's why heart's in my name. Good vibes. Follow your heart. That's what my shirt says. Because I love so many things. And I have a hard time hating on anything. Ooh. See, here's another tug of war. Because some days I'm going to say Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Other days I'm going to say Mulholland Drive. Right now, I'm going to say Mulholland Drive because I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I say Mulholland Drive. I like Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me just as much. So it's hard for me to rank them. Hi, Steak. Hi. It's hard for me to rank them. I'd have to go. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to go Fire Walk with Me is my favorite. Mulholland Drive is my second favorite. Blue Velvet is my third favorite. Wild at Heart, Lost Highway, The Straight Story. What am I missing? Oh, The Elephant Man, which should be high on my list, but it's not for because these other ones are so good that I cannot put that high on my list. What am I missing? Did I say Lost Highway? I think I did. Eraserhead, and then Inland Empire. I think that's all of them, right? There's only 9, right? Am I right? Am I missing something? I don't know. That's how I could rank them, though. I mean, my top 2 is Fire Walk with Me and Mulholland Drive. Blue Velvet comes in a hair off being, comes in being second. It's the third. It's my third favorite. Okay, where was I? I saw the first 2 Puppet Master movies in the theater. I didn't see any after that. I don't know how many there are now. I know they've done crossovers and stuff. I do like them. I think they're actually a lot better than people give them credit for. It's been a long time since I sat down and watched Puppet Master 1, which now that you said it, it makes me want to go look it up because it's been a long time. And that is a really good one. That did give me genuine scares and gave me genuine, like, grossed out feelings. I mean, the leech lady, ugh, yuck. Ugh. Yeah, I can't take that. No, I didn't. I don't know anything at all about Goosebumps. I might have read some of the books. I mean, the books might have come out before the television show, and I might have read some of the books when I was really young, I don't know. When did they come out with these books? Because maybe I didn't read those. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I read them, and I don't think that I've seen that, no. I don't know. Is Goosebumps is that kind of tame? Is that for kids? Because I'm trying to stay away from kids content. So you must have seen Grease 100 times. Yeah, man. I've seen it so many times. Listen, I did. Okay. So when I was, I'm going to say I was 8, I think I got my very first cassette recorder. And this cassette recorder was important to me. And Grease and Grease 2 were coming out right around the same time. They were going to be on HBO. I literally recorded them to a cassette. And I put the cassette recorder in front of the TV and recorded the audio. And I would sit in my room and I would listen to the music and I would listen to the dialogue and I would repeat the dialogue. I know every single line in that movie. I did the same thing with Dirty Dancing. I mean, I can sit there and, like, when I'm watching it on TV, I'll sit there and I'll mouth the words because I know the dialogue of Dirty Dancing so well. It was just this quirky little thing that I did. I don't know how many kids actually did that growing up. I mean, I always kind of thought it was just this me thing, but I have heard of a few other people who've done similar things. I know I did it with other movies too. I just can't for the life of me think of what they are at the moment. It might come to me eventually. But Grease 1, Grease 2, and Dirty Dancing were definitely ones that I recorded. I might have recorded a chorus line. I have a copy of Chorus Line. I know a lot of people are going to go, what? Michael Douglas in a dance movie. Holy crap. I haven't watched it in a long time. That makes me want to watch that one too. I have just as many musicals probably as I do horror movies in my collection. That's a little secret I hold. Wow, thank you. Because, you know, I'm definitely not in my early 30s. Yeah, I guess I have really good products that I buy for my face, you know. I've had a really good skin regimen my whole life. So, I guess ladies, do not pull at your skin and do not like rub your skin really hard when you're getting out of the shower, you know. Just lightly pat it dry. Don't pull at it. And make sure you moisturize. Moisturize because that is key. Otherwise, man, you pull at your skin, you get premature wrinkles. So, I've just been very careful my whole life. And I think I got some good genetics in there too. So, yeah, I got good genes. No, stop it. Don't ask me that again. God damn it. Stop it, Scott Matthews. You're driving me crazy. Don't, oh my God. Don't ask me that. Ugh, don't ask me that. It is for shock value, but here's the thing. It's deep, right? I mean, it really is. It's deep. It's got a deep story, even though it hits you deep. I don't know maybe if the story itself is what's really deep, but it hits you like there, you know? And for me to watch this girl deteriorate and the mother to be struggling so much and this, you know, struggle with, you know, religion and it was an intense ride. And yeah, it's for shock value, but I really do think that there is something really deep in it. It's deep. Or otherwise, people wouldn't still love it so much to this day. It just hits us, it strikes a chord. And it really struck one with me. And it has nothing to do with religion because I'm not religious. It's just this idea of this, you know, horrible thing happening to a child and there is no control over it. It's terrifying. And the idea that your child can be taken over by an outside entity and, you know, become evil is terrifying. That's why I like things like Sinister, because man, the thought of your child turning evil and turning on you that's scary. It's scary. And that one scared me. And I know a lot of people didn't like the sequel, but I did. And I thought the sequel had even better even better story, and it ramped up the kills style, which okay, so maybe that's a little far-fetched, but is it? sometimes I'm not so sure because, man, you'd be surprised what kids are capable of doing. You'd be surprised. I mean, I'm a little tiny thing, but I still, you'd be surprised what I'm capable of. That's why it's good not to mess with me. Just ask my friends. Beyond the Door. I don't know if have I seen that? I'm gonna have to look that one up. Where am I? I lost myself here. Oh, there. Telly Savalas. I remember that. Telly Savalas. That's crazy. My mom loved that guy. Remember how he always had a lollipop? That was so weird. It's so good. I mean, I don't blame anybody for having that one as their favorite. It's so good. And Anthony, not Anthony. Why do I do that? Dennis Hopper. He was so scary. I remember going to the theater with my parents, with my mom and my brothers, and my mom didn't realize, I don't think, what she was taking us to. And because they didn't really show all that, crazy stuff in the commercials on television. So my mom's like, yeah, well, you can go to this. Let's go. When that whole part comes up in the living room with the tank, I thought she was going to die. I thought I was going to die. But I was like, you know what? I have to chill because I want my mom to think that I can handle anything. And so I'm sorry, my signal seems to be dropping. So if you guys are having trouble with my internet or seeing me, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening here. Usually it doesn't do that. It's probably because everybody's home using the internet. So, yeah. So, I mean, it was an experience for me, and it was also one of the key moments in my life, because it was the moment, I think, that my mom realized that I was way more mature than she gave me credit for, and that I could handle almost just about anything. So that was kind of a pivotal moment in my life, I feel like. Yes, I remember that. Did they have Burgess Meredith in it? I thought that one might have had Burgess Meredith. Is that the one with him? I've heard. I've been watching all day the news, and I got to tell you, I'm going this weekend. I cannot wait. I'm excited about that. Go Jack. Oh my God, him and that lollipop. Man, my mom loved that guy. I was like, why? He looked super old to me back then. Yes, that's what I'm hearing. Positive reviews. Which one? I lost track of what series we were talking about there. Lynch was going to originally call it Black Velvet, but the liquor company threatened to sue him, so he changes it to blue. Well, interesting. Black Velvet. That changed. That would have changed a lot, because I mean, we couldn't have had the song Blue Velvet in there. It wouldn't have made sense, right? And Black Velvet, the song Black Velvet wasn't out yet. That was still 6 years away. So wow, that's pretty major. Eraserhead's good. I mean, it's not one of my favorites. I don't enjoy that one as much as I enjoy his other works. I don't know why that is. I haven't quite figured it out. And Elephant Man is a masterpiece. When you're talking about Lynch movies and you ask me, to rank them or whatever, I mean, if you're going to compare him to other people, I mean, he's pretty much better than like all the other directors to me. Like, he's literally my favorite director. And then I also have a pretty extensive Tarantino collection, and I'm working on my Kubrick collection. But I mean, if you're going to compare, I mean, David Lynch makes quality, good movies, even the ones that I don't like or that are low on my list, I like better than pretty much everything else out there. So, I mean, Eraserhead, Elephant Man, they are definitely masterpieces. That was my first one too. I saw it in school. My second grade teacher was pretty cool. And she wanted us to learn about John Merrick or Joseph Merrick. I don't know which one was his actual name. And so she decided to show us this movie. And this was before it was on HBO. And I remember watching it in class and just being absolutely enthralled by the emotion and the feeling and everything, because that's what always draws me in. it's the whatever kind of emotional struggle is going on in the movie. And I could see through his filming and through what he was, saying and what he was, doing, that he had a certain type of philosophy about things. And I gravitate towards that type of philosophy. So it was very easy for me to like Lynch. And as soon as I saw that movie, I was like, this guy is awesome. I went home. I told my mom about it. She told me it would be on HBO eventually. And once it was on HBO, I watched it several times, over and over and over again. I've seen it several times over the years. Same with Eraserhead, Blue Velvet, all of them. They've all meant something to me. And literally David Lynch means something to me. And it isn't just because he's a great director. It's his philosophy. It's his darkness against lightness thing. It's his idea of balance. He looks at the world in the same way that I do. I kind of see the world like a yin yang. And I actually kind of feel like I myself am a yin yang, I believe that, a lot of times there isn't so much of a gray. There's really more black and white. So I think that in order to, it's like he was saying in an interview I watched a few weeks back, you can have pure darkness, but as soon as the sun comes up, that darkness is gone, right? And that's kind of what I'm trying to use as a basis for, my kind of philosophy right now. Why focus on all the bad and the negative and, all that stuff? Because it really just keeps the darkness in place, right? I mean, I'm trying to bring a little light. I've always been trying to bring a little light to everything that I do. It's just kind of in my nature. And I do have a dark side. Not a lot of people get to see the dark side. I don't like my dark side because my dark side can be very evil. So, I mean, because I don't know. I'm just trying to stick with this philosophy right now, where everything is, I'm trying to focus on the good. I just want to focus on whatever I can that is good, wholesome. And that's part of why I'm doing this mushroom thing, because it makes me feel connected to something. And it's important to me. I'm going to take a short 2-minute break, guys. I will be right back. Just feel free to stare at the background as I go. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. A lady needs to go to the ladies' room once in a while. Gay actor Michael Douglas, is he gay? I heard that he got, throat cancer from eating a lot of, punani. So I don't know if that's gay. I can't believe I just said that word. What's wrong with me? Holy crap, guys. You were forced to watch Grease in school. It traumatized you and made you feel like less of a boy. Took you weeks to recover. What? Come on. Get out of here. Oh, West Side Story. That's another one. Okay. West Side Story was another one that I put my cassette recorder in front of the TV and recorded it and knew all the audio, knew all the dance moves. I knew that whole movie by the back of my hand. That's our teachers made us watch that one too. I can't believe that you wouldn't like watching. Come on, lighten up, have some fun, put on your dancing shoes. Brian says, hi, Saucy. And Saucy says, hi, Brian. Yes, I have it. I have a copy of that. I haven't watched it in a while. But I like the songs in it. What? I'm confused. I don't know what that means. What are you saying, Dan? Oh my God. You are a wild one. That's funny. Wait, Dan, you've been watching too much porn. Excellent cinematography in The Exorcist. It's so good. I mean, that's what I mean. That whole movie is like, it's a masterpiece. It's beautiful to look at. It's scary. It's disturbing. It has a deep story that draws you in and makes you feel stuff. And for me, I need to feel something. When I'm watching something, I want to feel something. So that one really makes me feel something. Disturbs me. Have I ever seen The Entity? Yes. Are you talking about the one with Barbara Hershey? Oh my God. Yes. But there's another one too, isn't there? Isn't there two? No, I'm not. I'm thinking of something else. Yes, I've seen that one and I love it. I've seen it several times in my life. And wow, what an incredible performance she puts on. And it's disturbing. It's beyond disturbing. And to think that that is based on some semblance of truth is just crazy. I've seen it. It disturbed me. That's one of my first movies that I remember watching. Like one of my first horror movies was The Children. It really bothered me. That one and what was the other one that with kids in it that I watched? It's slipping my mind. It'll come to me eventually. I did once say it's one of my favorites. I can't say it's my high top favorite horror film, but it's in the top 10 and might even be in the top 6. So, it has incredible performances. It has a really good, deep story that grabs you. It's very disturbing. It's scary, genuinely scary. The special effects are pretty cool, even though they're, a little rough. They're a little rough, but there's stuff in it that just, I don't care. I don't care. I'm beyond looking at the special effects. I'm looking at the situation going on in the house. I'm looking at, the fear. in the kid's eyes as he's being possessed by this demon. You know, I'm looking at the fear in the sister's eyes when she realized something really freaking crazy is happening. You know, I'm looking at the cinematography of it. I'm looking at, now the ending is, I don't know why they had to do that ending. I feel like they were trying to copy The Exorcist 2 with that ending. And it always bothered me, but I don't care. They did a better job than The Exorcist 2 did in the end, if you ask me. So, but it's good. And I really recommend that to anybody. I actually think it's better than the original Amityville Horror. So, and that's just me. That's my personal preference, just because storyline. I really enjoy the storyline of 2 over the storyline of 1. So. Yeah. No, I actually really like that movie. You know what's scary in that movie though? Matthew Lillard's dancing. I was just thinking about that the other day because I was watching a Scream thing. Because I did, guys, I saw the trailer. I'm excited. I'm very excited. This doesn't look like it's going to go the way I thought at all. And that's exciting to me because I want to be surprised. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be able to predict it. I don't want to be able to predict what's going to happen. And that's another thing here. Like the way that I have to do things, like when I'm going to go see a movie, I really want to go in as blind as possible. Like, for example, with Cameron's movie, Queen of Hearts, he's wanted to show me a lot of stuff. Okay. And I have literally been like, nope, nothing but stills, and don't even show me that many, because I don't want to know. I want to go into it completely blind. I don't want to know like little details or anything that's, when people give away plots in their trailers, it makes me insane. I get so angry because I don't want to know until I get to the movie. You know, I don't want to know until I get there what exactly is going to happen. And I don't like to predict a lot, because then usually I end up disappointed when I predict. And I found that out the hard way, you know, many times, you know, talking movies with my friends, and then we go there and it would be less than, and I end up angry because I thought it was going to be greater than, and it ends up less than. But some of those movies now, though, I've grown to appreciate quite a bit. And some of those movies we liked and other people didn't. So, like, for some reason, nobody liked Mortal Kombat when it came out. But man, we left that place jazzed. I loved it. It was fun. Yeah, it was funny. I haven't seen that one in a long time. And I think I've only seen it like twice. I saw it in the theater, and then I saw it once on maybe video. And I don't think I'd seen it. It's not one I would have stopped at when it was on TV. There's probably always something a little better on. The first time watching Blue Velvet, Jeffrey's third visit to Dorothy's apartment after the call, the police line really shocked me. Yeah. The whole movie shocked me. Like, I mean, it was one thing when Jeffrey's in the closet, you know, and there's that scene going on, but then there's the scene where he catches them and he says, "Come on, we're going for a beer." And they have to go to this bar, you know, for a beer. And he has to hang out with them all night, and it's terrifying. Now, I've been doing a lot of thinking about Blue Velvet lately, because it's occurred to me that I did not realize before that literally almost the whole movie might be a dream after he finds the ear. I really hope that's true, because that would make it a lot easier for me to handle. I mean, if you think about it, David Lynch does do that. He does do that in his movies. So, I don't know. I'm going to do some watching of Blue Velvet here in the next coming months, I think. And I'm going to do an in-depth on it, because I've been thinking about that one a lot lately. Yes. And I love it. It's fantastic. It's one of the, I mean, if you're going to ask me what's your favorite Michael Douglas movie, I'm either going to say Falling Down or The Game. I'm going to say one of those two. And Falling Down is incredible. I mean, wow. That one blew me away. He didn't even know he was the bad guy. You know, that blew my mind. That was such a good movie. And the way that he's dressed and the hair and the glasses and I mean, all of it was perfect. That's almost a perfect movie. I really like that one. It's been a while. I don't remember seeing that. I didn't even know there was a sequel. Why would they bother? What the hell? You know, in a way it is. I mean, it's memorable and it's crazy and it's gory and it kind of is a classic. I mean, it's a so bad it's good kind of thing, you know? I just watched a documentary about Basket Case a couple weeks ago. Me and my husband did while we were sitting there eating dinner. And it was pretty good. It's pretty good. I learned a lot about it I didn't know before. And even about the sequels, which I remember the sequels slightly. I mean, I probably remember the third sequel more than the second. I don't know why. I mean, I have the Shout Factory of that, and I love it. It's so good. I mean, I would have never gone and bought that, you know. I would not have gone out and bought the Shout Factory version of Wild at Heart. I might have bought Wild at Heart and not maybe known it was Shout Factory, but I wouldn't have gone out and bought it myself. That was actually something I won. I won that in a giveaway, which was pretty cool. I like that. I can be evil when I want to be. It takes a lot. You got to really piss me off, and you got to push me over a specific edge. And it's not easy to even get me to that edge. But if you do, you will never be forgiven. That's just how it is. I do not if you cross a line with me, I will not forgive. And many know this. I don't know. Is my internet going in and out, guys? Because it's telling me that my signal's low every once in a while. And I hope it's not screwing up too much. It's hard to keep up with the chat. I hope all is well with you too. Yes. Yep. I remember. I've seen that lots of times too. That one is a good movie. Who directed that? Was that a Tim Burton movie from hell? Because that is super good. If it is a Tim Burton movie, it's probably one of my favorites. I really enjoy that one. I like that too. It's so good. And what a neat connection with Twin Peaks, huh? If I were to write an essay of what Lynchian, the adjective, meant to you, how specific would your description of that be? I don't know. Probably pretty intense description. Probably pretty specific. I don't write an essay with it, you know, I don't take that stuff lightly. I could probably sum up what I think in a paragraph, and have it, you know, cover everything. But it won't be as in depth as what it would be if I wrote an essay. So my description would be probably very specific. There are other directors who I think have a Lynchian style. There's music I hear, for example, in Halloween Kills, the new music is very Lynchian. It has a very industrial feel to it, and I really, really like that. And it very much reminded me of Lynch. The first horror film I saw at the theater. I gotta think about this for a minute. I don't know for sure, because I count both Poltergeist and Gremlins in horror. And I saw both those at the theater, and I think they came out around similar times. I don't know what one was first, to be honest. But it was one of those two. I don't think I saw anything horror related really until then in the theater. Scott Matthews. No, I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't at all. Not at all. He put Chloe on because Chloe was willing, and Chloe is funny and has personality. So I imagine that's why he chose her. Jesus fucking Christ. Excuse my language. Oops. Did I say that? Oh, did somebody already ban that person? Because I just tried to ban them. What a sick bastard. I like that movie. It was a great performance, but I hate that movie. I hate that movie. I hate anything that glorifies anything 80s like that. Any of that crap from the 80s that I think was bad for everything, which I believe Greed is bad. I don't think Greed is good. I think Greed is bad. I have a hard time with that movie. Yes, it's one troll. Freaking complete asshole. Go cry somewhere else. Seriously. You are so juvenile. What's wrong with you? God. Just leave me alone. I have this all on camera now. Look at me asking you to leave me alone, Al. I'm asking you to leave me alone. I have this right on record now. If you don't, I'm going to use this against you. And don't think I can't, because I can. I know a lot about what's going on with the law, so you better be careful. And don't think I can't trace you. Sorry, guys. I don't think he realizes that he's messing with somebody who has connections. Don't mess with me. Oh, yeah, okay. Wow, really? Two totally different feels, right? Holy cow. I never would have guessed that. Wow. That's really two totally different feels. A style I would say is Lynchian can be a scene you think is going nowhere, and then a sudden explosion will hit you. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. That's like like the scene at the dinner table with the Cornish hens, right? You think they're gonna just eat and then they start bleeding. Yeah, I get it. It's crazy. Friday the 13th remake or Halloween remake? Which Halloween remake? If you're talking about the Rob Zombie, it's a yes. But I also really, really like the Friday the 13th remake. I think the Friday the 13th remake is one of the better ones. I know a lot of people, there are people that don't like it. I didn't mind so much that they kind of, did this mashing of all like the first 4 movies together. I thought that was kind of interesting, and I really do like the kills in it. I like the characters a lot, and even though there's, some of them they're charming dickheads, and I I like charming dickheads, right? So I really like that, and plus that line, you have stupendous boobs, baby. That line made my husband love that movie for the rest of the time. That line is iconic. I don't know if people realize. I think that line should go down in history as iconic. And that movie showed boobs, guys. How many movies today are showing boobs freely, flopping around? Not many. Not many. So I have to appreciate it because, I get tired of this tame horror that we keep seeing. It's really annoying. You like that one better? I don't blame you. I know you don't like the Rob Zombie ones. I don't know, Steak. I've only got like 330 subscribers, so I don't know. I mean, it could be. I don't think so. I think it's Al. I am talking to Al, Scott Matthews. He is a person that has been harassing me since January. I don't know why. I wasn't part of his whole thing with the guys. I wasn't there. I didn't see anything happen. I wasn't there. I mean, I saw there was a little part where I was there where they were, calling him gay or something. But whatever happened in a different like chat or something. And I wasn't there. So why he's attacking me is beyond me because I had nothing to do with it. He's insane. That's the only thing I can say is that he's crazy. And I have to think of him as nuts. Because only a nutty person would take the time out to do the crap that he does. I mean, I don't have time to be looking around and finding people's phone numbers. I don't have time for that. I don't have time. So where does he get the time? And why would he even think to do such a thing? And why would he put my address online in a chat? I mean, why would he do it to others? I mean, he also harassed other people. He's harassed other people, not just me, but he's harassed others too. And I don't get it. I mean, get a fucking life. Get a job. Find something else to do. What the hell? Seriously. I'm serious. I mean, I feel sorry for him. I do, because really, I feel sorry for him because he obviously doesn't have anybody. He has no friends because he wouldn't have to do this. He wouldn't have to be bothering everybody in our group. He wouldn't have to be bothering everybody or harassing me or finding my phone number or finding my mother-in-law's phone number or my address or anything if he had friends and a life. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry you don't have any life. I'm sorry you don't have a life and you don't have friends. And I feel bad for you, but leave me alone. Just get out of my life. Get out of my chat. Get away from me. Get away from everybody that I'm connected with. I mean, seriously, you are flirting with you're getting my evil out. I will go to the cops. Hi, Zombie. How you doing? I do. I have a cheetah as an ally, and a woodpecker too. So I'd be careful. Between a cheetah and a woodpecker, I think you're screwed. Is that the brothers that did it? Man, two totally different feels, right? You know what, Gary? I did too. And the thing is, it was just as hard as the original for me to watch. I felt like it was just as gritty, just as dirty, just as upsetting. The original Hills Have Eyes 2, I went and saw that at the theater. I remember when I was, a teenager, and it was disturbing. And I still think that when you go about with the original Hills Have Eyes and Hills Have Eyes 2, I really think Hills Have Eyes 2 is better than Hills Has Eyes 1. It's hard to say that. Ooh, gosh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go The Lost Boys, because here's the thing. I think I like the Fright Night remake better than the original Fright Night. And The Lost Boys is kind of sacred to me because number one, that was the first time I ever bought a soundtrack to any movie. I never had owned a soundtrack. Well, I had Purple Rain, I guess. So I guess that counts, but it was also an album out. So it really wasn't a soundtrack per se. So I guess Lost Boys is kind of special to me for that reason. And Lost Boys is also special to me because it reminds me of my mall queen days. When I was at the mall every weekend, I would get on the bus with my friends. We'd go to the mall. We would spend all of our babysitting money. We'd babysit Friday nights. Saturdays, we all get together and we go bowling into the mall. And then, Sundays, sometimes we'd go to the mall again and usually hang out in the arcade and stuff. And I miss those days. I miss them. I really do. Our mall is just dead now, and it's so sad when I go in there. I'm like, God, this place used to be full. It's just it's turned into the dirt mall from Mallrats. I know, Brian. What a shame, right? I want to see more D, more P, and more boobs. Give me adult content. He sent some unwanted sexual photos to dudes in the community and then went insane when trolls started mocking him about that and all the hooker stuff. Oh my God. That's fantastic. Yay, Dan. Awesome. That is awesome. Bravo. You're way better at that crap than me. I stink at comebacks and trying to do that. I'm terrible with it. That is really awesome. What? No. God, stop asking these questions, Scott. I mean, seriously, that's whack. That's completely crazy. No. Why would you even ask these weird hypothetical questions? I haven't even been on Coffee Time in like a year. Yeah. Thanks, Zombie. He's a jerk. Ooh. I don't know. I have a copy of Last House on the Left. I do not have I Spit on Your Grave. I really like both of them. I think I like the remake of I Spit on Your Grave slightly better. I like the kills in it a little better. Last House on the Left is good, and that, you know what, that's another one that I think has a decent remake. I think the remake is pretty good. I really did enjoy the remake of that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go. I Spit on Your Grave with that one. It's way more brutal and gruesome. I don't know though. That's a tough one. I don't know. If you put the two of them up next to me and said choose one to watch, I'd probably go for I Spit on Your Grave first. So I'm gonna have to say that one. Really? Oh my God! What? How did I not know this? I didn't know about the pictures. Oh, that's risque. Holy moly. I've bought quite a bit of them. The thing is, they're all scattered everywhere. I have back here, I have a whole bunch of movies that I've put together for my Halloween recommendations. And so all my movies are kind of in random scattered places at the moment. Also, my house is still in shambles. I'm still doing the remodel. And I do not have shelves or anything to put my movies in right now. So they're all just kind of in totes. And I'd have to go digging for it. So, but yeah, I have gotten some new things because every time I go to Walmart lately, I kind of raid the bins there and I spend like, I get like $100 of movies every time I go. So, let's see, what have I picked up lately? I got Trick or Treat. I got Halloween 3, House of Wax, Hereditary, Ginger Snaps, Friday Night Lights. Oh, I know there's more, and I just can't think of them. I was supposed to be getting The Believers, but they refunded my money. So I'm not getting that. I'm sad about that. I can't believe it's already been a year. It was much better with you on for some reason. I don't know why, but it was. I can barely watch it now and rarely do. I still watch them. I still support their show. I still support it. And, I might, when Cameron's movie comes out, there might be a time where, we all were talking about, having a show together. So there might be a chance for a little reunion there. Cameron and me and James were talking about, doing a show when Cameron's movie comes out. So that might happen. So, I don't know if you know this, Scott, but I have a part in it and I did a cameo in it. And James was a little jealous of that, I think. But yeah, Cameron asked me to do a little cameo. It's not my face, it's just my voice, and you probably won't even know it's me. But you have to look in the credits to see which one it is. He puts up with them for me. He doesn't, I don't think he'd choose to watch horror first. There is some strange stuff though. Like one night I caught him watching Rubber. I was like, what in the heck? And he thought it was funny. He also likes Lederhosen zombies. He likes zombie flicks quite a bit, I think. I don't know. He doesn't really like horror, but he's always taken me to all the horror movies I want. He doesn't ever hesitate. If I say, hey, I want to go see this, he doesn't hesitate. He goes with me. I make him put up with it. But, he makes me put up with a lot of other things. So it's, it's give and take. But he doesn't hate them. I just don't think he enjoys them as much as like a comedy. He'd probably more than likely turn to a comedy before he turned to a horror movie. But there are some I think he's liked more than he thought he would. So, and I imagine he might be looking forward to Scream 5 just as much as me, because Scream literally Scream coincides with our relationship in a way, because it was one of the first movies that we ever went to see together, and we saw them all. So, and I think he likes Scream as much as I do. Who doesn't? It's exciting and fun. And I'm very enjoyed the trailer. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. So, I Spit on Your Grave 3, Vengeance is Mine, is where seeing totally flips the story around and is unique. I've heard about it. I have not seen it yet. I'm going to. I do plan on it. Hi, Kathy. How you doing? That's my cousin, Kathy. Thanks. It doesn't even look any different. I mean, 5 inches. She cut 5 inches off, and it doesn't look any different. She did curl it, but the curl didn't stay, of course. My hair doesn't hold a curl easy. Jamie, of the Minute Coffee Time, if one wore women's underwear, which one would you guess it was? I'm going to have to go with Voltaire. Yeah, he seems like he might have a little kinky side. So, yeah. I mean, he does talk about women as if they're a buffet sometimes, which is funny to me. I love that. I actually miss them. Scott, be nice. She's my cousin. I'm going to kick your butt. Weevil dies tonight. Yeah. I think Albert dies tonight. Albert Rain dies tonight. Yeah, if you guys see an Albert Rain anywhere, that's him. Just so you know, he fooled me for a while. Not anymore. So, yeah, Gary knows. Ooh, goodness. Oh my God, you guys. Don't talk bad about them. Come on. Let's not be rude. Let's not be rude. Okay, well, wow, I've been on for 2 hours, you guys. That's the longest I've done on my own. That's the longest one I've ever done on my own. So that's pretty major. I usually only do the long ones when somebody's on here with me. I would have invited somebody on with me, but I just felt like I just wanted to come on here, do a little question and answer, and, talk a little bit about the 5 recommendations I had. I might come back on later in the weekend with 5 more, because like I said, I got a ton sitting over there and some surprises. So, that's okay, Steak. I'll let you get away with it. Because you're Western New York. Represent. I might sometime, Scott. I don't know if he would come on with me by himself, though, because, like I said, he unfriended me a while back, and I didn't really understand why. So, I don't know. But, so, yeah, it's been going 2 hours now, and it's getting kind of hot in here, and I'm kind of tired, and my throat hurts. So, I guess we'll see you guys next time. Let me go through here and thank people for coming in. Go back to the beginning. Thank you, Brian Trash and Gary. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Scott R., my brother. Thank you, Brian. Oh, I already said that. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Mike Barrett. Thank you, Scott Matthews. Where am I? Thank you, MKF30. Thank you. Did I say thank you, Gary? I probably did. Thank you, Heroic Waffles, for being a new sub. I appreciate it. Thanks. Let's go. Thank you, Steak Sauce. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dying Breed. Thank you, Adamo. Thank you, Cliff Booth. I like seeing Cliff in here. It's nice to have you. Cliff's my favorite character in any Tarantino movie. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Zombie. Thank you, Kathy. And that's it. And we will see you later. Have a good night, y'all. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye.